Hello everybody, this is Matthew Powers, and in this video we are going to talk about Finder, which is this thing, basically this graphical user interface for a Unix file system, a Mac file system more specifically, and we are going to talk about the terminal, or bash. I'm going to make this font size nice and big for all you guys. Alright, cool. So let's take a quick high-level overview before we dive into some code stuff. So Finder is a graphical user interface for the file system, and it lets you manipulate the file system. So in Finder, we can create folders, we can move files, and so forth. Now with the terminal, with the bash terminal, we can do the same commands. With bash, we can create a file, we can move that file, we can rename that file. So we can see that Finder and bash are related, right? They can do the same things, and that's really going to be the whole purpose of this video. We're going to go through a few commands and show how you can do this stuff in Finder, and then we'll show how you can do the same thing in bash. So you might wonder, well, why do I care about bash or the terminal if I can just run these commands in Finder and it's the same thing? Well, let's say that you want to run like 100 commands on a daily basis, and you could go to Finder and click those 100 buttons, and that would be fine. Or alternatively, you could create a bash script that would run those 100 commands, and that would do the same thing, and you wouldn't have to there'd be no manual work. So bash and the terminal is great for automation of workflows. All right, so let's jump in here, and let's start with creating a folder. So to create a folder in Finder, I think I just click Control and click. I do new folder, and let's do playground. Okay, the playground folder has been created via Finder. So let's go here. I'm going to open up this folder in Terminal. Now let me drag it. Come on, come on. I don't know what's going on. Normally my computer lets me drag things. Okay, well that doesn't want to work, so I'm going to change into it manually. Documents, playground. Okay, so we can see we're in this playground directory. Directory is another word for folder. I don't know why my computer doesn't let me drag this anymore. So let's create another folder in here. We'll call this Hi from Finder. Cool. So we just created that Hi from Finder. Now we can also create a folder from bash with the make dir command. This is going to be Hi from bash. And now we can see that Hi from bash folder is created. So we can see that this make dir command is the same as the create folder command from Finder. Okay, that was pretty easy. Let's create a file here from the Finder one. So we can open up TextEdit. Let's create it big. Let's save it. This is something. So we can go to Documents, Playground, Hi from Finder, My Cool File. All right, so if we go to Finder, we see we have My Cool File. Cool, so here we can cd into that Hi from bash, and we can do the touch command. So touch is how you create a file. I like Colombia.txt. So now we can see that from TextEdit, we were able to make this My Cool File with the contents of this is something. And in this I like Colombia file, the contents are nothing, but we were able to create that file with this touch command. So now we can do echo ¿Qué más pues? And this is going to be adding text to this I like Colombia file. And now we can see that we've added text to this file. ¿Qué más pues? ¿Qué más pues? Okay, let me look at my notes. What are we going to talk about next? Moving a file. So let's say we want to move this I like Colombia file to this directory. We can just kind of click it and drag it. My computer's letting me drag files now. That's wonderful. We can move it back to -bash. So now it's back into -bash. So we could also move that file from the bash terminal. So we can do cd, I'm not explaining all these commands, but most of them. So mv is move. So let's do -bash. I like Columbia. And let's move that into this current directory, which is represented with the dot. And the current directory in this case is playground. And we can see that, oh, we moved that in there. Maybe you guys didn't believe me, so let's actually put these side by side. It'd be cool to see it like this. Make this a little smaller. Cool, so let's get this back. Let's get this file back into -bash. Come on, come on. All right, it's back to -bash. I'm gonna run this command, and we see that it moved. So any changes in the file system are very rapidly reflected in Finder. Cool, so now let's delete some stuff. I hide this sidebar, just forget how to do that. Cool, so let's move this back into -bash. And let's delete this -finder file. So I think I can right click it and do move to trash. Piece of cake. All right. So now let's delete this -bash. So that's going to be this rm-rf -bash. And that deletes that. So we covered a few commands here. This is really just an introductory video to see how Finder and Terminal are both used to manipulate a Unix file system or the Apple file system or whatever it is. And they're both very related. And I hope this gets you interested and curious to want to play around with Terminal a little bit, because it's really cool, and it can, if you get good at it, you can really automate a lot of your workflows. Great, hope you found this video useful. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.